Welcome back to Studio 21.
Today we've got the latest and greatest in music festival news for you.
Plus your weekly film reviews, a very special off the record, and so much more.
So, as always, it's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hello and welcome to another episode of Gossip Guru. I'm Anna.
And I'm Nate.
This past weekend was everybody's, and by everybody's I mean every 22-year-old influencer in LA's favorite weekend.
That's right. Coachella Weekend 1 has now officially passed, and it was incredible. I felt young again the second I stepped through those gates.
Nate, were you at Coachella?
Contrary to popular belief, I don't just spend my weekends wearing incredibly interesting hats and playing Ultimate Frisbee. I popped into Coach, as those in the know call it, hung around with Bernie Sanders for a little bit, watched Lady Gaga dance with a huge skeleton. You know how it'd be.
No. None of that made any sense. I don't believe that you were even there, let alone that Bernie Sanders was.
Okay, well, just wait for Troye Sivan's Insta Coach jump. You'll see me and Charlie hanging in the background. I wasn't lying about Bernie Sanders, though. He was there. He introduced Clairo before her set.
That's crazy. I didn't think that men that old even knew what Coachella was, but slay, I guess?
It was cool, I guess. I mean, nowhere near as cool as my performance with Glorilla. Shout out. But we all start somewhere, you know. There were a lot of great sets from Charlie XCX to Green Day to Travis Scott.
I'm just going to ignore half of what you're saying, but it does seem like a great weekend for music.
You can say that again. Lady Gaga's performances were undeniably iconic. I've never seen a woman be so enthralling wearing a maleficent-looking feathered black hat. There were many other standout sets as well, like Benson Boone performing Bohemian Rhapsody with Queen's Brian May, Missy Elliott playing some iconic 2000 hits, and the Maria's Soulful Act rounded out the weekend.
These performers will return next weekend to do it all over again in Coachella Weekend 2. I can't wait to see what music magic awaits us.
Yeah, we've got some more news for today, this time coming from above, from very high up. It's coming from space.
The flight crew of the latest billionaire-backed space launch is also the second all-female flight crew in history. Taking flight via Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin craft, the launch went off this Monday with no issues.
The historic vessel included such pop culture significant inhabitants as TV host Gayle King, Bezos' fiancée Lauren Sanchez, and pop singer Katy Perry. Many have questioned the choice of some of these astronauts, but it seems they got the job done. Reports
from King state that Katy Perry was singing in space. One can only wonder what song it was and hope for the other astronauts' sake that it wasn't anything from her most recent album.
Perry disclosed that she had been reading a lot of science books, including writings from the great Carl Sagan. She stated that it felt like a historic moment to be part of and one that could be used to show young girls to shoot for the moon, so to speak.
Well, that certainly seems like a good way to use the ability of spaceflight.
Now, if you all wouldn't mind, I've prepared a statement.
Hi, everyone. It's me, Nate, speaking through my co-host.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag, drifting through the wind, wanting to start again? Do you ever feel so paper thin, like a house of cards, one blow from caving in?
I'm reading these lyrics to you in commemoration of this historic occasion.
Do you ever feel already buried deep, 6 feet under screams, but no one seems to hear a thing? Do you know that there's still a chance for you? 'Cause there's a spark in you.
We appreciate the many contributions from Katy Perry towards modern pop and culture and music, and are glad to see that she is taking her talent to new heights. Pause to emphasize joke. Nate, was that supposed to be in parentheses?
You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just own the night like the 4th of July.
However, we do still hold that the recent rise in billionaire rocket makers is a bit strange. Jeff Bezos has a lot of money, but does that make him a good spaceship owner? These are serious questions we aim to answer here on Studio 21.
'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you're worth. Make 'em go, oh, 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 as you shoot across the sky. Ha, ha.
I hope that's all the time we have today because I am not interested in hearing another verse from Nate. Later on, we'll be talking to you about a free live music event, the 3rd annual KRTU Fest. So up next, our music video of the week is from one of the performing bands, Collective Dreams. Please enjoy MK Ultra.
Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Release Date. I'm Zane.
And I'm Carrie.
First up, a classic fantasy, sci-fi, western, basically every genre anime film that just celebrated its 40th anniversary, Vampire Hunter D.
Vampire Hunter D originally released in 1985 and is directed by Toyo Ashida. This film takes place tens of thousands of years ago in a future in a hybrid sci-fi fantasy western world ruled by vampires. It follows a vampire hunter aptly named D, who is a dampire, a half-human, half-vampire. When a young girl named Doris Lane is bitten by a powerful vampire, Count Magnus Lee, and is marked to become his bride, she hires D to slay Lee and his court of vampires, monsters, and mutants before she is made to be his undead bride.
I was fortunate enough to catch one of the theatrical screenings to accompany this anniversary, a theatrical release that I only realized after I began writing this would be over by the time this airs, but I digress. Seeing the film at this screening marks my 4th time seeing it, and I adore this movie. It's far from perfect, and I'll get into why a little later, but I am totally convinced to the core of my being that this is the greatest pretty good movie ever made. Anytime I want to watch a movie that's just good and nothing more, this is my go-to. Starting off with some of the things I don't think really work in this movie, one of them is the side characters. A lot of the townsfolk from the village Doris comes from are pretty flat and uninteresting and serve a single purpose in the narrative before being disposed of, either literally or just by not coming up again. The narrative also struggles with a bit of redundancy. Wave after wave of monsters tries to capture Doris to be fended off by Dee, and multiple attempts at breaking into Magnus Lee's castle leave a lot of the plot feeling samey and repetitive. And the last thing is the art style, but this is only a half criticism really, since the art style only looks as rough and simplistic as it does due to its age. It just has that dated anime look to it, and while I don't love it, it's not a big deal. Although Angel's Egg also released that year and had its art style done by the same guy, and it's gorgeous, so maybe I should be harder on this movie. But I won't be. As for what I like, basically everything else. The main cast of characters are all pretty fun and compelling. Dee is a great character who gets a shocking amount of characterization and depth for a film with a mere 80-minute runtime. Magnus Lee, while not complicated, has compelling and deep motivations that make him a great villain. While I have my issues with the art style, the actual animation is shockingly fluid for its age and very satisfying to watch. The music is super ambient and creepy, and its use of synths help balance out the sci-fi component with the fantasy elements. Last thing I'll say, this movie's ending absolutely rocks. I won't spoil it, of course, but the ending is just so cool and has stuck with me for years because of it. While flawed, this movie succeeds largely on the rule of cool, and I love it for that. So watch it if you can. I know I'll be watching it again within a year.
Our next movie is the newest edition in the action-packed spy genre, The Amateur.
The Amateur, starring Rami Malek, Rachel Brosnahan, and Lawrence Fishburne, released this past weekend. This film follows Charlie, a CIA decoder who discovers that his wife died in a terrorist attack. While his supervisors refuse to take action, Charlie uses his intelligence and travels the world on a dangerous journey to track down those responsible for his wife's death.
I appreciate that this film took a different approach to the spy genre. Instead of being action-packed, fast, and dynamic, this film is very tense, slow-paced, and focuses on the intelligence rather than the brute strength of the protagonist. However, that does not make the movie good, as I still found this movie to be pretty dull and lackluster. Starting with the things that I did like about the film, there were some pretty nice performances by the cast. Rami Malek was incredible as always, and Lawrence Fishburne delivered an amazing performance as an authoritative CIA agent. Additionally, some of the hunting scenes are pretty fun as well. I liked how the traps were executed, and they were quite suspenseful and had me on the edge of my seat. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same about the rest of the film. While the film's slow pacing benefits Charlie's character and the entire tone as a whole, this film drags like crazy. There were several long scenes where nothing happened, and it takes so long to get to the next point. This is especially prominent in the film's second act, which, by the way, is supposed to be the most suspenseful part of the film, in which Charlie picks up his manhunting mission. I think this film would have benefited if at least 30 minutes were cut out. Additionally, this film also suffered from parts being way too fast-paced as well, especially with character development, and just random plot points being thrown and then just cuts back to the monotonous, dragged-out scenes. The film barely showed any character growth, except for Charlie, and it felt like the characters grew because the plot wanted them to, and not by the events of the story. While the premise of the movie is quite interesting, the plot fell flat on its face as it was the most generic spy movie plot. There was nothing special about it besides it being boring. Also, the climax was the most anticlimactic thing ever, and it did not give that satisfying feeling that I felt when I watched other films, such as Skyfall, which actually do have a really good ending. Overall, while I cannot recommend nor hate this movie, The Amateur is just another okay in the spy genre. If you guys want to watch it, go ahead. I'm not stopping you. However, I think this movie is best suited as a background noise movie than anything else.
Well, that's a fantastic segue, because if you're looking for something more interesting than background noise this week, do we have an event for you?
That's right, folks, because this Thursday is the one and only KRTU Fest, and we got some very special guests today to tell you more.
Over to you, Parker.
Thanks, Zane. Hi, I'm Parker Parent, and I'm a station manager here at Tiger TV. But like many other students in Trinity, I'm involved in more than just one thing. Today I'm here specifically to talk about KRTU 91.7 FM, where I also work, and I brought a couple of other interns here to help us out. Can you guys introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Gabby. I'm a fundraising manager intern.
And I'm Nikki. I am our marketing intern.
So, as you may or may not have heard, Care to You has a big annual event called Care to You Fest, and this year's is coming up on April 17th. So today we're going to answer some questions y'all had about the event. So our first question is, can you just tell us a little bit about the event as a whole? Not so much a question, but just an inquiry.
All right, great. Okay, so Care to You Fest is a free indie music concert in which we seek to promote local bands. So one being Collective Dreams, we have Soma Jerome, we have DJ JJ Lopez, who's actually our general manager here at Care to You, who I personally am very excited to see. And it's free and open to the public.
JJ is the professor of soul here at
Yes, as he is known colloquially.
Famously, yes. So our first actual question here is, how do you guys find the artists every year for the event?
It's kind of different every year, I feel like. The event is run pretty much entirely by the interns, so every year we just kind of put together a list of local bands that we find interesting, that we like the sound of, and then we reach out and try to, see what we can coordinate with them based on our timeline, their timelines. And this year it just happened to be, well, it didn't happen to be, we were looking for it, but they're all Trinity affiliated bands, so we're really excited about that.
Wonderful, wonderful. Our next question is, I thought it was a free event. Why do I have to RSVP?
Okay.
That's the question.
Okay. Well, RSVP is really big because if you RSVP, we're actually doing a free merchandise giveaway in which you should totally fill out, and all you have to put down is your name. Again, so free event. So all you have to say is like, I'm going, I'll be there, and you'll get entered into our free merchandise giveaway, which might be some music from some of the bands, some free shirts, who knows, there might be more exciting stuff, but you have to enter and able to be up for it.
I really wouldn't want to miss out on that. So if you haven't RSVP'd, make sure you do that just for attendance and also to enter these giveaways. The RSVP is on this QR code right here. Scan it, and you can also head to the Instagram at Care2Indie for more info and for the RSVP link. And so, on that note, let's go on and get to our next question. This question is, I heard that there will be food and other stuff this year. Do I need to bring cash?
I would, not required by any means. Again, it is a free event, but we do have some vendors. So I think it would be a good idea to bring cash in case they don't take like Cash App or card or things like that. But it should be pretty flexible.
And what is this vendor? What is that?
Let me tell you more. So we have a face paint artist who's also going to be doing like body glitter and stuff like that.
Wow.
And then we have a food truck as well. That'll be fun. And 2 like jewelry making art vendors, and then a ceramic art vendor. Yeah.
I'll say too, I'm in Care to You, Tiger TV, and I'm also in the Trinity Art Collective, and they're having a table there with some zines, as well as some zines from the San Antonio Public Library. So if you want to also get educated while you're there, you can head over to that station. And we have time for just one more question. So to close this off, what is the best part about putting Care to You Fest together?
I think for me, my personal favorite part is just being able to work so closely with our interns. Like Nikki and I, we don't normally get to work together that closely because we're on different shows. Parker, you and I get to work together a lot because we have a show together. But I love just being able to work with like Nikki, and I'm working with other interns like Ale and Caleb, and being able to collaborate. It's really cool. And just being able to like have an event that shows all of this like months and months of hard work is really, really cool.
Yeah, I would say my favorite part is at the very end, like this week. Everything is just coming together. Like the
scramble.
hard work is over, and now it's just time to like celebrate and have fun with it. And that's also when I get to do the most of my work, which is like the marketing and stuff like that. So I'm excited to be vlogging the event and everything like that. So yeah.
It's kind of really the friends we make along the way, isn't it?
It truly is.
Well, thank you all for joining us here today on Studio 21 today. Nikki and Gabby will be right back for a special Off the Record, but first we're going to check out a clip from some more of our Care to You interns. Check it out.
Hi guys, I'm Sam, a Care to You student intern.
I'm Gabby. I'm a student intern here at KRTU 91.7, and we're out here asking students at Trinity University about KRTU.
The first question, what genre of music does Care to You broadcast from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m.? Indie.
I feel like jazz. Punk rock, right?
Yes, which would fall under which category between jazz, country, or indie?
Indy.
Yes, very nice, very good. Okay, second question. What year was KRTU founded? And the options are 1968, 1976, or 1982.
It's like 1982.
1982?
1982.
1976. Oh, ding, ding, ding! Oh, thank you, Lucy. Good job. Good job.
I feel like 1976.
That's correct. Great job. Great job. All right. Which San Antonio-based band played at KRTU Fest 2024? Was it Wanderlust, Enoha, or Pulse?
Pulse.
You know how? Yes, let's go. Very nice, very nice. All right, next question. Where will KRTU Fest take place this year, 2025? We've got the Carver, Stable Hall, or Paper Tiger.
What I'm elegant. Yeah.
Stable Hall.
Stable Hall. Isn't it the first option?
It is the Carver Community Cultural Center. Okay, awesome. And then we have a bonus question. Very difficult, but we'll see if you got it.
Okay.
Can you name any of the artists playing at KRTU Fest 2025?
Oh, I just saw it. I cannot.
Sundays? Yes, Sundaysia. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. Stapleton. Chris Stapleton would be incorrect. We have Collective Dreams, Soma Jerome, DJ JJ, my personal favorite, The Slides, and Sundaysia. DJ JJ confirmed. Let's go. Great job.
And come out to KRTU Fest, April 17th at the Carver Community Cultural Center.
Hi guys, I'm Sam.
Welcome back to Studio 21.
We're here with your usual cast of faces for a very special KRTU crossover.
And today's off-the-record activity should be a lot of fun.
The name of the game today is Name That Band.
And we'll be listening to a 10-second clip of songs and guessing the name of the band that sings it.
The twist is, all of the bands will be performing at KRTU Fest this Thursday.
Are y'all ready to put your knowledge to the test?
Sure.
Always.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay.
All right. Who wants to get started first?
I
We've got Collective Dreams, Soma Jerome, or Sundaysia, or The Slides.
Okay.
Almost an answer. Let's do Collective Dreams.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Collective
Left to right.
Yeah.
It's really cool that we don't even have to hear it to guess.
I
That's
know.
not really all that important.
Are you guys telepathically
This is a
communicating
very
with
interesting
us?
song.
Yeah.
I'm
Wait,
hearing
y'all
it. I don't know
hear
about y'all.
I like the vibe.
Like, so the weather's been nice.
Yeah.
Enjoying that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question we're answering is, was that or was that not Collective Dreams? Or is it?
Yeah.
Oh, which band? Straight up? For real, dog?
Sundaysia.
I think.
Wasn't
no,
that one of the names?
That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
one of the names.
That was
Okay,
names. Good
that's
work,
my
Sam.
guess.
Yeah. Again.
It was Sundaysia. That was Sundaysia
Good
with
work, Sam.
Tortuga.
Yes.
All right, Nikki, you want to take this next one?
Got John Genius over here.
I know. Is this the slides?
Collective- I'm gonna go collective.
That's like
Collective
Collective
Dreams.
Dreams.
Oh yeah, no,
It
this is
sounds
Collective Dreams. Yeah.
dreamier.
Slides is more like grungy.
It was.
I for sure.
Okay.
2 for 2.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
you definitely did get that, and I was like, wait, am I stupid?
No, y'all got it. Y'all got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh wait,
Okay,
are
we
we
know
playing as
music.
one team or are we trying to crush them?
No, we're
I
playing
think we're playing as one
We're
team.
playing as one
Oh,
team.
okay.
That's
Teamwork
what we
is the
do on
dream
Off the
work,
Record,
guys.
is
My
we're
bad.
friends
But if you
on
want
Off
to
the
crush the
Record.
team, that's cool too.
Okay.
We're not
Yeah.
allowed to crush them anymore because I think Gossip Guru is winning by too much, and
That's
we had to change the.
Yeah, we're just
I'm going to start crying. So,
Yeah, no,
you know,
me too.
Maybe lay off a little.
I'm gonna
Okay.
crash out on camera.
Next question, please.
All right, let's do the next one.
I think it's the slides.
Yeah, I think this is the slides.
Is it?
That was
Sorry,
Soma
that's rude for
Jerome.
me to
She's
ask.
on fire.
Oh,
I was right to question.
then like process of elimination.
Sorry, that's rude. That sounds
Another
rude.
S name group. All right.
Yeah, they all sound the same, right?
I know. I mean,
JK, JK.
What's not for you is not with me.
I'm trying to remember because we've had the slides on. I should know how they sound.
Yeah.
From like a memory thing.
Oops.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Look, we're
I
not
mean,
paid to be
process of
smart,
elimination.
Yeah, is it the
The
slides?
slides.
Is it the slides?
And it's the
Boom.
slides
Yay!
with Mother. Good job, you guys. Y'all knew.
A big brain.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Deep in the heart of
Pretty
Mother.
good. 5.
I thought
Sounds
there were
like
4. I
Collective
was
Dreams
going
to
off
me.
process of
Yeah,
elimination. I'm
me
kind of
too.
screwed
I
now.
like-
Sounds like
I
Collective
screwed
Dreams
up.
to me.
Is this also Soma Jerome?
Yeah, or collective.
I'm sticking with
no.
Collective Dream.
Yeah, I was thinking
It could
collective
be
dream.
Collective
Yeah.
Dream. Yeah.
Majority consensus, all agree.
Okay, collective
Dreams.
dream.
It was Collective
Yes.
Dreams with
I
Highway
know that style
46.
music.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, y'all got a lot so far.
Oh wow.
Very good.
Don't be so sorry.
Nate, you've been on fire. Pick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, the slides.
The slides? All right. That was Soma Jerome with
Okay, never mind.
Caroline.
Yeah,
I'm
I
never
thought-
said I
supposed
was
to
on
get
fire.
here.
Nate,
Good
you're
guess,
done.
though.
I just
good
threw.
guess.
I threw out the first name I thought of. I thought I.
Oh my
You
god.
guys gassed me up so much, and now all of a
I
sudden.
can't believe he's done this.
Both is intuition.
I'm going Sundaisy on that one. That sounded a lot like the first one.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
Hyper poppy.
Let's go with that.
Let's go with that.
Ooh.
It's the only thing I can get
And
right,
it
but
was
I'm doing it.
Sundaysia.
It's like Sundaisy is mine. If it's them, I'll
Great.
tell
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it down
It's
pat.
just, he's their number one
Oh.
fan.
Yeah.
Y'all got 5 out of 7, right? Was there 7 questions?
I think
Yeah.
We'll stick with
We
it. We'll
got
stick with
some
it.
We did
Yeah.
pretty
So-
good.
Yeah.
I like
that's a
that.
passing grade probably.
That's like a B.
That's like a B. So like,
Boom.
that's not bad.
Well, thanks for playing, y'all. We hope to see you out at KRTU Fest this Thursday at the Little Carver for the hottest event of the year.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today on Studio 21.
But make sure to turn in next week for the latest celebrity news and gossip.
Our takes on releases in the movie and gaming world, and so much more.
We'll see you next time, and thanks for watching
Studio 21.